3.
Yo, we back. We with the topic 2, where we at Swerve.
Yeah.
Episode 8, Swerve. It's that season, man. The real trade deadline, the real trade deadline's coming up. The fantasy deadlines.
What's that, like around week 9?
Well, I know the real life is October 29th.
Yeah.
So it's definitely that time of season where it's either you underperforming and want to improve, or you want to improve and you doing good, or you in the cellar trying to get up out of it. It's time to probably trade your studs to get more value. You know what I mean? It's that time right now. Swive season, one-on-one. We at it. Let's jump into it. Price of the brick going up or down. That's what we calling this one. It's either it's going high or it's down. What you gonna do? Keenan Allen, number 1. I got Keenan Allen on my list, number 1.
As a what?
As a Swive for. He
right now. You
25-point games back to back.
You want him right now?
I want him. If I can get Keenan Allen, I'm taking him right now.
Chargers always pick it up at the end. They start off slow and they're going to run off a few. I think
that's what Keenan Allen do every year. Yeah. He has spurts where he's doing bad. And he's been vocal on the Twitters and, you know what I mean, whatnot. He's been on there talking about.
Do you got Keenan Allen on your AOB team?
I don't have him in no league.
Okay, so let me ask you this. On your AOB roster right now, what are you willing to give up for Keenan Allen?
Well, I probably can't because L's got Keenan Allen and he
we're not talking about L's right now. What I'm asking is, what are you willing to give up for Keenan Allen right now, realistically?
I mean, the person who drafted Keenan Allen grabbed him in the 2nd round, so his value is
what
high.
Are you willing to give up for him realistically?
It's not about what I'm willing to give up. It's about who. But I get what you're saying. A person, Keenan Allen.
I got Keenan Allen right now. What you finna give me? In AOB. If I got Keenan in AOB right now, what you got on your roster, what are you trying to send me to get this nigga?
I'm trying to Swive you, so I'm looking to improve
Tell
your
me
roster.
what you have on your roster to give me right now. I just want to know.
Listen, this is what you're not listening. If you say my roster, I could tell you a person that I might give up for him without having him on my roster. But me personally, my point of going to Swive for somebody is I'm going to see what you're missing. You may not be missing wide receiver. You may be missing running back. You may be missing tight end.
Okay.
So I'm going to try to give you maybe a sub to help you improve in the spot you're not, and then throw a Tyler Boyd, which I'd rather have Tyler Boyd than I'd rather have Keenan Allen than Tyler Boyd. So I might throw a Boyd and a running back that I ain't really using. You know what I mean?
That's all I'm asking you is just to give me a scenario. That's
Gallup, you would have to pair him with somebody though. You would have to pair him with like a good running back that's been cool, like a Lindsey and a Gallup for Keenan Allen. That's I'm trying to go get him if I can. But as far as my team, I don't have nothing that I can give up for him because the Keenan Allen holder is he's still feeling. He's gonna
but that was the point that I'm asking on because we're basing this off of what we're doing in AOB though, right? Mainly our show is kind of like
as far as Swerve. When I'm thinking about it, I'm thinking of in general, whoever don't got him, figure out a way to go
get him. But our reference points be from the AOB league.
Well, in this situation, I don't know if I have nothing that I can keep down.
Maybe you got something.
Maybe if I still had Mike Evans, I would have tried to get Keenan Allen. Maybe, but I'd probably rather have Mike Evans though, because the way their system is, they passing, they don't have no running.
I ain't mad at you, but that was my main.
Who would you give up for Keenan Allen?
I don't want Keenan Allen.
Swerve
on him.
Stay away from him.
I don't want Keenan Allen. If I'm trying to target a wide receiver as of right now, nigga's gonna be cut. Even off the 6-point game.
Nobody's giving us.
I know, I understand that, but I'm still gonna try and target him.
They want D hot for Cup right now.
Listen, what I'm saying is that if he's not on the market, but I'm still trying to go target him, bro. I'm trying to go Swive for him.
Just said everybody for sale. Everything's for sale.
You know what I mean?
I would like to get Keenan Allen if I can.
I'm glad.
Why he's having bad games.
I ain't mad at you. That's what's up.
I'll try to attack an owner that's vulnerable.
That's what's up.
My next person would be Devontae Freeman. I think we kind of been saying, is he going to pick it up a little bit?
He is.
But I think a reason that I didn't like him at first with the timeshare is because I looked at Atlanta as being a good offense, and they should be scoring and being up in some games. So Freeman and the timeshare that they got over there, they're going to be running so you don't know who. But if they have to pass the ball, I love Freeman.
Yeah.
I love
He's
Freeman.
had good, solid games last 3 games, so you picking it up. He's somebody you want to go
Because he got a sneaky little 17 or something last game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Maybe getting a little sneaky 5 receptions.
And the Rams been giving them cheeks too on the ground too. Rams ain't stopped nobody on the ground. Freeman definitely can have a great game.
Because see, the person who got Freeman is probably on their high horse because they waited for him and he's doing better. So now they might be thinking, let me sell high.
Man.
If you high on him, take advantage of that. See what the person is. I like to kind of talk to people. Hey, what you feel about this person though? Yeah, you might throw a couple jabs like you agree with him, but really you don't because you want that player. You know what I mean? Swive season, man. You got to. Who we got else? Well, give me one. I think I heard one of y'all say Tevin.
Oh
Coleman.
yeah, I definitely got Tevin Coleman on the Swift 4.
He looking good.
I mean, this nigga done had 16 and 18 carries in the last 2 games. What a touch.
First 2 games back too.
You know what
So
I mean?
yeah.
You know, so I'm definitely in. I mean, I'm a Niner fan, and on every episode, nigga, we 8 episodes in, I've been talking about these niggas, but I mean, the proof is in the fucking pudding, man. These niggas is carving up niggas on the ground, bro.
You rather have Coleman over Breida?
Yeah.
Coleman or Breida?
Yeah.
Coleman.
Oh,
Coleman.
Yeah.
I mean, Coleman. Coleman over
I
Breida.
think Coleman.
You rather
Just
have
looking
Coleman
at
over
these
Breida?
touches.
Probably.
Yeah, just looking at these. I mean, Breida
He
presents
catch
a
the ball
little
too. They both can catch.
But yeah, Breida presents a little different type of game. You know what I mean? You know, he got that. You seen what he did last week with the 83-yarder first play. You know what I mean?
You can't go wrong with either one of them.
No, and I've been making the case for that though.
Yeah. The only reason I say Coleman is because he's the goal line back. He probably gonna be
I say
that guy.
Coleman because they've been giving him the more touches.
Yeah,
I mean, you getting the more opportunities, even though, I mean, an 83-yard play ain't gonna happen right off the back every fucking time. But nigga, if you taking 10 to 12 yard, I mean 10 to 12 fucking carries, and you getting 5 yards a carry, you do the math. And I've been saying that, bro. I ain't gonna lie, nigga. I just like what fucking Coleman and Breida is doing. But to answer your question, I'd rather have Coleman though, bro.
So you going to Swift for Coleman for sure right now?
Yeah, I am. But I got him in both my leagues, so I don't need to swim for him.
About you? Who you got?
I got Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz been picking it up lately. He had some pretty solid games the last 2, or the last one against Minnesota. The Jets was a blowout. He didn't throw that much. Had a big game versus Green Bay. Could have even bigger games if his receivers would hold on to the ball. D-Jack's coming back soon. And in the last 4 games of the season, 3 of them is going to be in your championship. Starting from week 13 to 16, it's going to be Miami, the Giants, the Redskins, and the Cowboys. So try to go get him now. So you can
And you know what I like about Wentz too? Like, since he's not like the sexy quarterback, whoever has him is probably not that tied to him.
Yeah, he can go.
Like, he's like a throw-in, or if they have another quarterback, or you got a quarterback you can throw. I like Wentz because when it matters and when they need it, you know, when they get D-Jack back and stuff like that, he's going to be the guy that's giving you the 30, 40-point wins that you need, too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Definitely. I like that one. I like Wentz. Who else you got?
Swift 4. I got, my second one is Metcalf.
DK
Metcalf. My nigga that has had the multiple catches in every game except for one, and has gone over 60 plus receiving yards four times out of the 6 games, and has 2 TDs. So with Russ doing what he's doing and what Lockett is doing what he's doing, with Disley going down, I think the opportunity is already there, and I can just see it not dramatically increasing within the near future, but as of time, it just steadily growing and growing. That's my point.
Now, you've been big on DK all year.
I drafted him.
I think with Disley out, that helps.
That too, yeah, for sure.
That helps. But I don't think you necessarily kind of got to switch for him. I think he might be, I'll take that back. He's a throw-in. If you in a trade where you might be feeling like, let me see, he probably don't like DK. Let's throw DK in. Something like that. Because what would you get? What's the Swive?
Or a
What's the
little-
Swive
maybe a
to you?
little,
Like somebody that's thirsty for a bye week running back or something.
You be like a
It
breeder.
just
a breeder for DK
depends the
type
situation,
shit.
but you're not gonna get him
You
for
doing
free though.
DK?
We're here.
Maybe.
We're in week 7, bro. Nobody is not giving nothing up for nobody. And these
Yeah, probably
everybody
not.
we're talking about is not wire players, so you're gonna have to give up something to get something. You know what I mean? So that's my point. Is that DK got lightweight potential. I mean, he's been showing it every week. So you're gonna have to give up something to get him. I mean, I got him in the league that we referenced to into this shit. So you know, what I mean, I'm cool.
I like him with Disley out. Before I didn't really like him because he just kind of runs vertical routes. You know what I mean? That's he like if he get a deep catch and a
Or a
touchdown
hitch.
or a deep catch, and that's cool. You know what I mean? But with Disley out, I like him for sure.
Yeah,
He's a
but
big
the-
red zone target.
If you go look at his production, the production is there though, bro, and it's
he's been
it's
solid
just
double
barely
digits.
scratching the surface. If you go look at the numbers, the nigga's barely scratching the surface, and I can see that he's about to pop. Oh my mama!
You starting him this week?
Yes, I got to because I got buys.
You starting him over?
I don't have nobody to start him over. I have buys.
If you
So
did
don't
it.
start this
I
shit.
don't,
did.
if I
got
didn't
five,
know,
if
because
you
I
did.
have, you
What's
know what?
his
I
point?
take that
What's
back.
his point?
I might take him over Juju this week if Juju wasn't on the bye this week.
How you shit on Ridley, but you like DK?
I didn't shit on Ridley, bro. All I
You
said,
talked about his bad game.
all I
though,
said
didn't
is
you?
the
Am I
nigga
right?
had 1 point, my nigga. And one
DK
game.
at 1 point. I'm looking at it. What that say?
Yeah, but where did you take? Listen? Hold on. See. Your argument.
12, 15,
Listen,
81,
cousin,
13,
cousin,
10.
Hold on. Your arguments be one-sided opinions. Where was Ridley taken at? And
I'm having
listen,
an opinion.
hold on. Listen, can I say something?
A two-sided
This nigga,
opinion.
no, listen.
Go ahead.
Where did I take Metcalf at? Can you
I
tell me
don't
right there,
know.
Kurt?
I'm just saying.
Listen, look at the 12th pick. Look at the 12th pick. Look at where Metcalf is. Now look where whatchamacallit took Ridley at.
I feel you.
Okay,
but,
then that's
but,
it
but
though.
we
So
ain't- we-
saying
hey,
that.
So where you drafted, I'm saying you high on Metcalf as if you comfortable starting him. That's why I asked you who would you start him over. You said, well, I don't got to, but that's why I asked you because I was getting more of the question is who would you start? Who would you start him over? Are you?
It depends on how my roster is shaping out, nigga. If I gotta choose,
Are you starting him over Juju or Robert Woods?
this week, I would have to start him over.
Because you're on a bye, but if
That's
they was
what
back,
I'm saying, bro.
if they was back, if you had Robert Woods back, Juju back, Odell back,
Only thing that no,
You started
none,
DK?
no.
so he's a staff.
Especially against
Atlanta.
Atlanta. Atlanta's giving up cakes.
So why you want to go Swive for that if you only want to play him over there?
It depends on how my roster is, my nigga. This nigga has the potential to bust out anytime, my nigga.
Flip a coin. That's what he got, man.
Bro, your arguments be so one-sided,
What you
bro.
think?
Oh
you
my
can be
mama.
the tiebreaker.
I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck what this nigga thinks. I'm just telling you how I feel
So
about
your opinion is
No,
one-sided.
it's not one-sided.
What
no.
you mean?
I'm telling you about
An
you,
opinion
bro.
has to be one side,
I'm
though.
just telling you
If
about-
I'm giving my opinion,
I'm just telling
if
you
I'm
how
giving
this
his
shit
with
is.
my
You're only one person.
You're only one person, bro. The third, you know what I mean? I'm just fucking with you. I know that,
bro.
White titties, what's name?
Nigga, I can't wait to go back and look at the footage about the. Oh, I just say anything and hoping it sticks.
I'm saying anything
Yeah,
right now.
oh my mom, I
for
believe
sure.
it. That's
I'm
what 3
saying
and 3 are humbling you. The humbler.
No,
I
I changed my name to the humble humbler. I'm humble right now, but if I come across you dudes who think you're doing something, I'm gonna humble you too. Don't even worry about it. But you good luck getting to that 3. We might be 3 and 4 together this week. I hope not. You know what I mean? But you know, I got my guys, so we're gonna see what they do. They ain't on buys. Good luck with that though. You know what I mean? Good luck with that.
Baby shots.
Who does
I mean, nigga, 3-headed monster, nigga, got that nigga 60 points. Nigga, in one motherfucking week, my nigga. On my mama, my nigga, and I got the video. But we gonna say that, nigga. On my mama, nigga. So, on to the next topic. What's the next what's the next draft
Dynasty League, man? You gotta shake, rattle, and roll sometimes. We ain't keeping these players.
What's the next draft kings? Are we doing running backs right now?
We jumping to Fournette.
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 Yeah.
I'll touch on something you said earlier. You said Fournette. If he had touchdowns, he'd be going crazy right now. He's
Top
still
five.
solid though.
No,
He's still been doing cool. So with the
touchdown,
touchdowns, he would, even that game he went crazy. Did he have any touchdowns?
Yeah, no touchdown.
No,
Yeah,
not
two
the Denver
touchdowns.
game.
No
It was a
touchdowns.
Denver game.
He
He
might
didn't
go
get
for
his.
60 this week versus Cincy. It's ugly. Ooh.
6,000 on DraftKings, 7,000. What was it?
He's a cheapo. We can jump to that soon.
Yeah.
I like the Swift for I like the Swift for Fournette, but whoever got Fournette right now, they juiced off him. I don't know what you getting for him. You can't be getting too much. And then Minshew has been shown to be capable now.
Yeah.
So that was a lot of the things.
Fuck Minshew. That nigga got me 3 points last week, man.
I don't know why you played him anyway. You should have
the nigga was a top 10 quarterback going into last week.
But you had Matt Ryan. He just put up.
I didn't have Matt Ryan. I traded Matt Ryan.
I said you should have waited a week, just like I should have. That's all I said. You should have waited a week, won, and then still capitalize on the desperativeness.
I ain't no impatient, my nigga.
All right.
Nigga,
Next one, Robbie Anderson. Who had Robbie Anderson?
I had Robbie Anderson.
You swimming for him?
Yeah, you damn right.
Somebody will probably give him to you.
That's good.
You can give him something simple.
I'm glad. I hope you have him and you can give him to me.
I don't have him. I'm scared of Robbie. What you think?
You got to go do your homework.
I mean, big boomer bust.
I think everybody's stock go up with Darnold there. My guy that goes Swift for is Lev Bell though. Now that Darnold's back, I think he's gonna open some things up, and Lev Bell gonna start getting that second round value that you drafted him at.
For sure. I like Lev Bell. I don't know. I mean, they only play the Patriots twice, so that's a good thing. It's a bad and a good thing. It's almost over after this week.
He can rack up points quick with them receptions. He might have an 8-9 reception game type thing against the Patriots. So I like him this week too.
What the homework say about Anderson though? Maybe school me. Learn me something about Anderson.
Well, that ain't for me to do. That's for you to do your damn self.
I just be feeling like, I mean, with Darnold, he cool, but 5, 12, 4, 2, 24. I think last year he showed that. He's big
5'2", 24 with this nigga gone from one mono nigga for a long time. And when he come back last week, that nigga hit him for a 92-yard bomb.
I think Dallas was not expecting that.
Well, I mean, it is.
There's no way.
I mean, like I said, it's one-sided. You can argue one point, but yet there's several points that we can argue though.
I'm just saying, as far as Robbie, I'm not really high on him. I'm looking at his schedule though. I do like that Miami, Giants, and Washington. If you in a bye week and you got to play him,
that's cool.
You know what I mean? Little schedule.
That's what's
he
happening.
Might be a throw-in.
I'm glad to hear your realization of.
Bro, any opinion is one-sided, bro. How do you give a two-sided opinion? Then that's not an opinion, right? I mean, I'm missing something.
No, I said the argument, not the opinion. When you present something, it's just for this as well.
But this what we doing. You saying who you like, and I'm like, bro, I don't like you for this, right? Hey, this is Swerve. Let's get to the next one. Eckler, who's this Eckler? You like
Swerving on him.
We been said Swerve on him. Get him out of there. Get away. You probably can't get much for Eckler except to the Gordon owner. Remember I said that though? I'm like, if you got Eckler, you should be trying to attack the Gordon owner.
You said that for sure.
Why not? You gotta know what you're doing with Swive season, man. One person I put on there, or one of y'all put is Aaron Jones. I think you might have missed it on selling high on that big game. You missed it selling high on that big game. So you trying to go get him? Or you trying to get away?
I'm trying to get rid of it.
Further.
My mama, nigga.
Not with Jacobs, and I'd rather have Jacobs right now, I think.
I still like Jones in that offense and doing what they do. I do. I'd rather trust him.
Not with that 50-50.
I trust him with a Raider more than a Raider.
It's a
Raiders got action. Raiders might be all right.
Yeah, we'll see.
Raiders might be all right.
So what is it about Jones that you swear other than the 50-50? Well, you did kind of touch on that. I think it definitely
that's all it is really is the 50-50.
It's the 50-50.
I mean, it's hit or miss though, bro. I mean, the 6 games that we didn't see.
How many games did Williams miss?
It don't matter. I mean, even some of the games that he missed, he didn't hit.
He missed 3 games? I don't think Williams missed 3
maybe
games.
2. He missed I want to say he missed 2 for sure.
I think he missed the one he got hurt. Let me see.
I think he got hurt mid-game, and then he missed the next one.
Williams missed 1 game.
So he missed the game before.
The Dallas game.
Missed, didn't he?
He got hurt in that game.
Yeah.
So Philly. So he missed 2.
Yeah.
He missed 2 games. 2 games. Jones is still producing. 4, 24, 14, 17, 48, and 7.
Yeah, those games he missed. I mean,
Nah, he missed the 48 and 17, but he still got 14 and 24 with him. I'm not saying I'm not running away from Jones, but he's not somebody I'm trying to.
He had a week where he had 4 and a week where he had
first
7.
game, look at the score was to Chicago, 10-3.
Yeah, that was good.
That's Chicago. First game of the season, we know how flat they were.
Fuck him.
I wouldn't be trying to go Swive on right now for sure.
He ain't fucking with nobody right now.
Get him out of there.
I'm just saying.
Fuck
Nigga, you niggas, whoever drafted that nigga drafted him in the 3rd round.
Who?
Nigga, Aaron Jones.
But that's where he was going.
But look, that's not 3rd round value though, bro.
What he's been doing is not 3rd round value.
If you take that 40-something game off, no.
If you put a 17 right there with running backs, 24, 14, 17, replace the 48 with a 7.
I got Leonard Fournette in the 4th.
Top value.
I got Leonard Fournette in the 4th. Fuck Aaron Jones.
You just said,
no, bro.
Henry with the 4.
So you would rather have Aaron? You would
rather have
Aaron Jones and Henry?
I would rather have Henry than Aaron Jones because Henry is getting more attempts.
That's
you
true.
Rather, ain't
that's
that
true.
playing an argument if you rather have him than
That's
Henry?
an argument.
What
though.
about
It's
Carryon? Would
not-
you rather have Aaron Jones than Carryon?
Carryon ain't producing.
They getting a lot.
But
of
we
touches.
talking about players that was
But
drafted.
Henry is producing them.
Would you rather have Aaron Jones than Montgomery?
Yeah.
Would you rather have Aaron Jones than Tevin Coleman, Matt Breida?
No.
No?
The way the Niners run the ball, I might want Coleman.
I want Coleman over Aaron Jones right
The
now.
way the Niners run
They
the
the
ball,
Right
best
now.
team in the league, for
Nigga.
sure.
Oh my
But you
man.
know, running back is volatile, so it could change tomorrow. We'll see. You know what I mean? We shall see.
Just with Aaron Jones.
Hey, AJ Green, you said you're Swive. You
want
going for the Swive.
I want him.
I ain't saying nothing about AJ Green.
You said Swive, I thought. You would try to go stashing. You said, that was you that said it.
That was me.
What-
I'll
what
try to go
song?
get him. Like, I think he's gonna get traded or he's gonna try to ball out, get that contract next year. So,
I agree with him trying to go
small trade.
trying to go
nothing
get
big,
him. You know
nothing
what I
crazy.
mean? I got him on my stash shit. You know.
Maybe if you got an extra quarterback or something and somebody need one, you can go. You know, you go throw in a quarterback for AJ real quick. He ain't used them anyway, so somebody will give up on AJ if you got somebody that they need.
Devin Singletary.
I would try to get him. I think he's gonna end up being all right later on in the year.
I think the window is closed to get him. You were supposed to get him
Well,
while he
he was
wasn't
hurt.
playing.
Yeah,
Every Singletary or I knew was stingy with it,
yeah.
and they stayed with him. You know what I mean? They
That's a guy you got to hold on to. If you had him on your bench, he's a potential starter. So
and if they run 20 sometimes in the game, Gore probably gonna get 8 to 10. He gonna get 10 to 12, and he was averaging something crazy. He only had 10 carries, and he averaged like 12 carry. Well, you can't count that because only 10 carries. But we know what the Bills are now.
Yeah.
They're a good team, very good defense, and they're gonna run the ball. And he can catch. He's the shiftiest. You know what I mean? The quickest, probably one. Obviously, the youthful one. So I like Singletary a lot. If I can go get him right now. I don't know what I'll give up for him, but I would try to throw him in like he's nothing in a trade. Like, well, let's throw him in. You know what I mean? Like something like that. Me personally.
You don't even like him.
Diggs. Diggs.
And these niggas must play with niggas that don't play with like fantasy or something, bro.
Yeah, I feel like that. You be having a few people in your league you can talk to like that.
So say they ain't it on camera.
Like that.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So he want to bust them out, but not.
They ain't here. We ain't
that's
doing
what I
that.
thought.
Y'all here though.
These niggas, boy. I tell you about these niggas, boy, in this fantasy shit, boy.
Hey,
So you said Diggs, huh?
Diggs, sell high. Sell him.
Yeah,
Why he just did what he did.
I think this might be the start.
I missed the bye
You
week.
hoping
I
it's
missed the
over.
bye week. Nah, I don't even think that it's over. I just like with fantasy, like I kind of want the person that you got a higher chance of the game script being in their favor. You know what I mean? Like for example,
Game script ain't predictable.
It's not predictable, but when you're talking about a good team, like I look at Minnesota as a good team. I feel like on their schedule, teams that they're playing, they're probably going to be the better team more times than not. And to me, the better team is you're going to be up and running the ball. I don't think it's gonna be besides their division games, and I don't know who's on their schedule. I gotta look at it as far as what I'm saying now. But like I said, I look at them as a good team, and you got Thielen, you got Diggs, you got Cooks. They obviously want to run. Madison looked good. I just feel like you got chances where there's going to be games where they're not going to need him. Now look at a situation like the Austin Hooper, the receivers in Atlanta, or Marlon Mack with Indy, not just because I got them, but we know they like to run if they're up or if they can hold a lead and play defense. Josh Jacobs, we know they want to run if they got it. But Josh Jacobs is a guy I was scared of because his game script. The Raiders aren't really, we still trying to figure out who they are. Yeah. I think if you were guessing that they would be in less games where they're leading than they need to run in it. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
With the Chiefs, the same reason why everybody go for Chiefs. They're in a high-scoring offense. Diggs, I think it's a possibility that it's going to be more games than not. They're not going to need him to do nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's a good point.
Sell high now on that 49. Sell them before the game start. I'm mad we did it this late. I just said start.
He's trying to justify why he traded me.
Not even that. I promise it's not that. Like I said, I could be wrong, but if we're still doing the show, we want people that's watching it to end up being right with what we saying. Yeah. There's plenty of times where, like, honestly, I don't like Marlon Mack's matchup this week. I think Houston has a chance to go up on them with that offense. And if they scoring a little points, even though it's a division game, that's trouble for Marlon Mack. And that's just my honest opinion, but I
can see that happening.
You know what I mean? That's just...
Yeah, but we just can't, no matter how, whatever the fucking algorithm say it, whatever, nigga, you can play it out so many ways in different numbers, niggas, but that shit don't mean nothing, my nigga.
Still gotta happen.
It still gotta happen, bro. You can play it out so many different ways, nigga, whatever the numbers say, bro, but that shit, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Well, let's jump to another Carlos Hyde. Since we talking about that game, Carlos Hyde, Swerve.
I'd take Hyde.
I definitely would take Hyde.
He's healthy right now. He's been sneaky.
And he's giving me 15, 16, 17 nigga carries a game. Yeah.
I'm selling Hyde because I like Duke.
How are you gonna sell
Hyde?
I
like Duke.
I like Duke, but not.
He just had a good game. Hyde just had a good game. It's bye week.
I know, but what price is somebody paying for him though?
Somebody might need a running back. I don't know. Running backs are going right now. The running backs ain't just everyone balling.
Right. No, you're right.
You're
damn right. But
Kamara owner.
If you got Hyde, he's not your best running back.
No, you're damn right. You're damn right. Nigga, Kamara's just only coming off of one bad game.
Kamara 2 or 3.
Nah, he didn't have some bad games. And bad is on Kamara's
standards, 11, 12s.
11, 12. As a top 3 pick, but you got to look at the circumstance.
If you picked him over McCaffrey, you feel some type of way.
You wanted him to ball.
Who doesn't feel some type of way about not taking McCaffrey number 1?
Kamara games though 23, 36, 23, 6, 36, 11, 16, 13. But I think the biggest thing with him.
And how many games has motherfucking Breeze been out though? That's another thing too.
I wasn't saying that part, but I was also saying what scares me more with him. I would have said he was fine, but the injuries he's dealing with right now. Knee and the high ankle.
What is the injuries?
High ankle sprain in his knee. He might not. It's a possibility he might not play. He banged up. They 5-1.
Yeah, I guess.
They started using Murray more last game.
That's good.
DJ did pick him over McCaffrey.
They was using Murray last game more than they have in a long time.
I understand that, and then what you saying, picking McCaffrey. Then nobody know this shit though, bro.
Nah, no, I'm just saying you feel a type of way.
No, I hear you.
That's what I'm saying. He's been having a couple.
This second guessing ourselves in week 7 is.
No, I said that to say those 3 games he had is Kamara bad games because you went up there, you might have picked him with McCaffrey. McCaffrey had a 9-point game. You're like, fuck. You know what I'm saying? So
I don't know. If I picked him I picked him in the league number 4 pick, but I traded him for Mike Thomas and Aaron Jones for Kamara and Curtis Samuel. So I sold on him. As far as I thought I was winning, I think I still was winning, but I was just kind of scared of it with the little injuries and the way they playing. I just got a little nervous. Sorry.
I figured they would miss Ingram for sure.
Let's jump into DraftKings though. We can jump into DraftKings because we got some good values out there. Let's start with quarterback. Who we got?
I like Josh Allen. Was it 6,000?
6,500.
Oh, 65. That's kind of a lot actually for Josh Allen, but I like him this week. They playing Miami. I think he's gonna be one of the top, 6-7 quarterbacks. running, throwing. He gonna run for one. He gonna probably throw for a couple. So I like Josh Allen this week a lot.
I mean, 65 is a lot. I think.
But not if Winston. What's Watson? Okay.
Watson is at
7,000.
So I mean, the
That's
floor.
amazing.
You gotta.
I like
you gotta,
Russ. I go with Russ at 66.
Russ or Watson is the best play at the highest. He's most expensive. You know what I mean? Because you already see what they can do. But nigga, my value play nigga is Brissett nigga at 56. Yeah. For real, I think Brissett can give me at least 18 to 19 to 20 points off what
he'll be low on.
Without a doubt.
He'll be low on too.
You know, especially
because he had Houston. I like that one.
Value play, I like Minshew. Minshew was like 5,500 against Cincinnati. He should bounce back against Cincinnati. That's what they're playing, right?
Yeah, I think they're gonna run all over.
Yeah.
Not to jump into running backs, but I just a quick one. I kind of like the backup running back on Jags. I know he's real cheap, but I think since he's really that bad.
Armstead.
Yeah, I think since he's really that bad, you know what I mean? This would be a game where Fournette might go so crazy that they're like, let's rest you. Cause, you know what I mean? Keep some of that. You just going too crazy.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, I like those quarterbacks. I think this week you kind of spend a little higher on them positions like a quarterback than you would normally. Because I don't really like
it's
the
bye week season, though.
Yeah.
That's what it is, though. It's bye week. I mean, we got bye weeks all the way to
bye week quarterbacks.
Until like week 11, week 12.
Russ at 66, though, I think
it's a bargain.
That's
him and Tyler at both at 66, so that's 12,000.
Yeah. They all talk about the over under on that, so yeah.
I'm going with Russ.
I mean, that's
might pick him in every DraftKings league.
I ain't mad at you. That's a great pickup.
But I also think that Murray though, 67.
Who?
Murray, Kyler.
Kyler Murray. Oh yeah.
I think
especially for this week though.
Kyler and Russ.
Kyler against who?
Can't go wrong.
Giants.
Yeah. The over under on that is like 50 something.
You can't go wrong with that. Cannot go wrong with that.
So we say Cardinals Giants.
Yeah.
It was 50.
Like 50 and a half or some shit like that. 50 and a half.
Murray's a good one. Murray's even Daniel Jones maybe, but I'd rather have Murray though. I'd rather have Murray. Daniel Jones might be a sleeper though, because he had 9 back to back. He had 9 points back to back.
But look who he ran up against though, bro.
I'm not saying that, but I'm saying as far as people be looking at. On DraftKings, they stay away from the people that ain't been doing nothing. The large percentage owned is based on what you were doing last week. Other ones, you know what I mean?
Hear you on that.
So I think that's a good sleeper one that nobody's really getting. What about our running backs?
Fournette. You talking about Fournette?
Fournette is a good one.
7,000.
7,000 is a great one.
I'd rather spend 7,000 on Fournette than 8,000 on Dalvin.
Oh yeah.
Dalvin might be 89 or something like that.
Yeah, but I got a higher ceiling with Cook than I do with Fournette though.
Yeah.
Nigga, I got potential.
Against the Lions though?
Oh yeah.
I don't give a fuck who it is. Nigga, this nigga Dalvin nigga is taking
what that nigga
75 yards, nigga, 85 yard nigga runs to the house,
but
bro.
if Fournette ain't been scoring touchdowns and they play Cincy, that game. It might be both. Play both.
Nigga, no, I understand. I would stack them. I would start my roster off. If I had a lot of money to play this week, I would definitely start a roster off with Cook and Fournette, nigga, at 15,000. Nigga, that's no problem because I can always fill my roster with pass catchers. You know what I mean?
For sure.
With no problem.
For sure. Who you got? Who else
I like Freeman at 54.
Freeman.
A lot of catches, a lot of work, goal line work. They're going to be putting up points. I like Freeman a lot.
Devontae?
Yeah, Falcons.
Against the Rams?
Yeah, against the Rams.
Great matchup. At home?
Yep.
Great matchup.
Because they've been playing pool. They got to do something.
They both pool.
Both of them.
Man, so, I mean, this is the battle for the third place team in both of their respective divisions.
I think Drake is a little sneaky 4,100. I mean, he might get you a soft 12 and be really, really low owned. That's the only reason why I like him. But running backs, I'm like you. I'm stacking the top dog this week.
I like Jacobs though. There's actually a lot of good players.
I'm probably going
Jacobs
3 running backs
5,000
this week.
What it is if you ain't got no big ass bankroll on DraftKings or whatever your daily fantasy site is, nigga, you have to go with the for sure must plays, and then find that whatever it may be, your 35, 4,000 receiver or running back, bro. But your for sure plays, bro. You got to go with whether it be Fournette and Cook, or we didn't even get into the receivers yet. But once we get into receivers, I got a couple must plays that you have to do too, though, bro. But you're gonna have to get your must plays and then shape your shit out to where you can get at least a bargain, 1 or 2 bargain plays.
I like Henry.
Derrick Henry.
We were talking about Henry,
but
I mean,
bounce back game.
You waiting for him to bounce back? I'm waiting. Like I've picked him the last few weeks. I don't remember what the matchups were, but I'm like, last week, Henry and Ingram, I played it a lot, and you know it wasn't bad. It was bad for Henry. You know what I mean? But I'm like, he's gonna bounce back. If he don't though, I'm panicking if I'm a Henry owner.
In daily or in season long?
I'm gonna pick him in daily.
For this week, but if he don't do nothing this week,
if he don't do nothing this week, I'm kind of nervous.
You want to get rid of him maybe in season long?
Shake, round, and roll, get him out of there.
Yeah, but no, I like Henry this week though in daily fantasy because to me, I think Tennessee is gonna run through San Diego. I think that since San Diego's left and right tackles have been gone for the last 2 weeks, that they've been.
They're just getting one back though. They get Okung back.
They might get Okung back, but Okung ain't played nigga since last year. You know what I mean? On everything. And Tennessee got like 19 sacks, 20 sacks on the season right now. We only played 6 games. You know what I mean? So,
my other sneaky one is Edmonds, 4,700 on Arizona. Yeah. I think you can play Edmonds comfortably against the Giants. If it's a shootout like we think, pass catching, you might could play Johnson and Edmonds.
Maybe.
I probably wouldn't spend that high on Johnson. I'd rather just play Edmonds. But like if I'm doing Dalvin and Fournette on the first 2 running backs and the flex, I want to just go for sure. I think Edmonds getting for sure touches and he's going to get you minimum 10 points. He might get you a soft 20 on an accident. You know what I mean? On an
at 47?
4,700.
Oh yeah, 10 points, 12 points at 47 is G.
Yeah.
Oh,
47.
I like that.
That's not bad.
I can do a lot after that 4,700 though.
Yeah. You have one. He give you an even cheaper one.
Walton, 3,200.
Mark Walton.
Yeah. So he might. I think he gonna start for.
What team is he on? Miami.
Except for Miami.
Nah, I didn't see.
He went to the U. As local boys. That's something he might start.
Yeah, somebody better do something over there.
It ain't Ballage no more. Everybody thought it was gonna be Ballage.
But you know, they always. Let's jump into wide receivers.
Like I like T.Y.
T.Y. coming off a bye.
56?
59.
59? Yeah, that's cheap for T.Y.
I think that's cheap.
T.Y. always find himself with a big play or a score. Always. He matchup proof. Quarterback proof too, damn near. So
I say cuts and got 7,400 nigga against Atlanta.
He'd be the only one I'll spend that much on. I wouldn't spend on Julio this week. I probably wouldn't spend on Hopkins. Cup might be the only one, and I would do stuff like you said, T.Y. at 59, and I would even go with like a Lockett at 66. He ain't had a big game yet. He ain't had the big one yet since he got one. You know what I mean?
Tate or something like that.
Auden. How much is Tate?
He might be like
cool or
something.
I like John Brown before this, but he was on the injury report. So maybe Beasley. Beasley will get nice. Auden Tate 4,500 is a nice one. That's a good one.
17 targets in the last 2 weeks.
And see if you could do a Tate with a cut, 74.
Oh, you got a lot of flexibility.
You got a lot of money left.
Yeah, you got Ridley, 53.
A lot of money left. You could even go grab one of them big name receivers because you didn't just get 74 and 47. You know what I mean? That's around $5. That turned Cup into a $5,000 player. Kev logic. You know what I mean?
If you spend
you spend this, you can go get that, and that's like, you know what I mean? Who else you got? Your boy?
Only other receiver I got is just John Brown. We talked about Brown. And DK.
I was gonna say DK cheap.
The cheapest to me, I have to do this because I don't think people will. Galladay, 5,800.
Yeah, even against the Worlds, I think he killed. He killed the Vikings last year, and people were saying sit.
Imagine if you had Dalvin Fournette, Russell Wilson, and then you had Galladay, Cooper Kupp, and a T.Y.
Auden Tate.
And then the tight ends are cheap. Yeah. Throwing an Auden Tate, maybe take one of those out. Like, those are nice little. Ooh, we might be on to something. I'm gonna have to go back on the show and look at this. What I said about lineup.
DraftKings $1 Million game is only $10 this week,
Only
y'all.
$10.
Y'all go play DraftKings, man. We fuck with DraftKings. All three of us, the whole fucking league, AOB league, we fuck with DraftKings, y'all.
I ain't won all year. I think I might have won once.
I keep winning my money back.
Yeah.
I keep winning my money back.
That's it. I mean,
like I'll be in the $20 one and win 60. You know what I mean? And it just keep rolling. I might split that up.
But that's what you want to do is play for free, dog. You don't want to have to keep putting money in. You know, you want to be able to build a bankroll. So whatever you got in your account, if you could keep playing off that until you hit the 20 racks, yeah. Then that's what you gonna do.
I've never been so mad to win 20 racks.
It's
4 or 5 years ago, I could have won 100,000. Shoulda, woulda, coulda.
We living vicariously through this dude right now.
Hey, tight ends, quick.
I just say the top 5, bro. The top 5 costing on the Sunday game. I fuck with them, but my sleeper is Dawson Knox for the fucking Bills. I like him.
That's a good one.
Dawson Knox is a white boy making moves. He's like he's like the Western New York Gronkowski. I'm just playing. I'm fucking with Knox.
What's his price?
I think
33.
33.
Oh, that's a great one. That's a great, especially if you're spinning with the type of players.
Right, with all the other top players, you can go fuck with him.
And I would even do Hawkinson because he was a touchdown away.
You said 36 earlier?
Yeah, 36. I'm not really big on Everett, but you like Everett.
Everett's cool at 37. I like Everett. I like anybody against the Falcons. I really like Hunter Henry though at 4,000. I know Tennessee's defense is pretty solid, but I think Henry's gonna get it going. A new weapon, easy target, right? Big target.
And you see how Phillip Rivers targeted him when he came back. He didn't want Hunter Henry to come back.
Hey, Delaney Walker might be a sneaky one though with Tannehill at quarterback now.
I like Delaney.
Delaney might be a good one. You can't go wrong with Andrews. Well, look, we really at the end of it. We did our Heart2Start at the beginning.
Who's your defense?
My sleeper defense, like I said, would be New Orleans.
New Orleans?
New Orleans. I don't think nobody will pick them.
That's a good. No, I liked the Bears on the opposite side, but I got the two obvious, and then the Bills and Niners, and then the Bears at 3,000.
Oh, Niners, we know. Matter of fact, you're right. Niners, Pats, you start them no matter what.
Bills versus the fucking
Bills.
Bills at home versus the Dolphins.
Yeah, you start.
You know what I mean? So,
it's in Miami, but it don't even matter.
But I got Bears at 3,000 too, though. I think you said the Saints. I said the opposite. Bears. Nigga,
if Kamara is really hurt and don't play like that, I like the Bears. Because they 5-2, they can kind of afford to lose one.
No, not really, because Carolina with Kyle, like how Kyle Allen, nigga, they right on their toes, bro.
Well, let's go on the way out. Give me some stashes. I'll give you mine. Benny Snell.
Snell's a good one.
Snell.
Shit.
I like AJ. I mean, I hate Ninja Trading, but I like him as a stash.
Darrell Williams. I think it's only a matter of time before Darrell Williams start eating into Damian Williams.
Especially with Mahomes hurt, they're gonna have to run.
Yeah, they need they need that big back, that physical presence.
Do we have to be biased, or do we have to? Can we keep it like what's on our team?
Whatever you
want. Nigga Cam Newton, nigga. Nigga Cam Newton, nigga finna come back to a first place team. Take them
and trick it off in a babushka. Wearing a babushka.
Nigga Cam finna come back, nigga, and win the MVP, nigga, in 6 weeks, nigga.
Hey, you sound like you need him to.
I need him to. I need him to.
Hey, man, that's episode 8, man. You know, Heart2Start podcast, man. Hey, I wish y'all good luck. Y'all bad luck. Man. I'm 3-3. We on the. Y'all say it's on the brink. I say it's early. Don't matter. I'm gonna be 4-3 when this week over. We gonna talk about it. Hey,
don't forget, nigga. I got all the video.
Don't forget Don't forget your 2 and 4. You need it right now. Don't forget. And we go, man. Hey.